Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Ryan Nexus, and today we're going to be talking about the status of Destiny 2 and the end of Destiny 2 and how Sony could have prevented Destiny 2 going downhill like that and how they shouldn't have canceled it. I'm also going to show some status of the current player base in Destiny 2 right now on some different screenshots, and yeah, make sure to stay tuned because we're going to be talking about a lot involving all that. Alright guys, let's get into it, shall we? So today we're talking about the Destiny 2 game status involving the cancellation and stuff like that Sony did, and I'm telling you guys, this is a big mistake for Sony to cancel it, because if you look at the current player base here, well, first, the Steam game charts. We're gonna look at the Steam game charts here of the current status. So this is right now the current status of the Steam game charts. June 10th, it skyrocketed, and then like that's when they were going to cancel the game and stuff, and this is only 1 week old for the status. This is over the week's time that the game status has been active, and the 24-hour peak was 130,857 players, and that was the 24-hour peak. So like that's within the last 24 hours. And then also we had the player count right now is 12,029, which that's reasonable because right now it's still early in the morning, and it's, you know, it's not going to be as active at this early in the morning at the time of recording. An all-time player count within 3.3 years ago, which that's not going to be like the current time, has been around 316,750. But just wait till you see the console numbers, guys. The console numbers are insane. Like, you think the Steam numbers are insane. Well, that's actually the most least popular version of the game's popularity right now. So go and look at that real quick, guys. This is the console numbers. If I get this correct, let's see if I can see it here. The 36 point, I think, is it 50? I can't see the number on the screen here, but that's on PlayStation. It has the highest ranking player base at the moment. Like, it is just skyrocketing, and the light blue color is actually Steam. So that's actually almost evened out with Xbox, but the other day Steam was even lower than Xbox. And Xbox, so if you add all these together, Xbox, Steam, and PlayStation, I mean, the game is doing well. It's doing phenomenal, and I don't know why Sony would have canceled a game like this, because they obviously have a good love. The player base has a good love for this game, and not just a good love for it, but they're actively playing when it matters most. And I mean, it really shows that Destiny 2 could have really thrived if they weren't under Sony. And that brings me to another point. Now this is just the if, and like my hopes, basically. But like, you know, like how Sony bought out Bungie, right? And they just they obviously didn't run Bungie very well, because, you know, they pushed all the resources into Marathon. So, but what if Sony unpurchases Bungie and sells it to Xbox? Guys, think about this. Okay, so the new CEO, they sent out a tweet from Xbox the other day that says, "Once a Guardian, always a Guardian," and that was from the Xbox Twitter. And I'm just telling you guys, if Xbox could buy out this game, or even just help support Bungie, they don't have to necessarily fully buy them out. They can just partner with them even. I think they do a lot better than most people would give them credit for, because like I noticed a whole bunch lately that Xbox has been very focused on getting player improvements and what players want ever since that new CEO Asher Sharma stepped in. And so yeah, so let me know about that. And I also got some more data here, guys. More data revolving around the player base of Destiny 2. And let's check that out real quick, guys. So this is the all-around status of Destiny 2 right now. At the moment, the max number of players that have played Destiny 2, this is a big number, guys. This is a big number. 72,534,532. That's the max amount of player base that has either played Destiny at one point, or I mean, that's a lot of players that have played Destiny at one point in time. And let me show you the recent stuff. So the recent stuff is going to be that graph at the bottom there, and that graph shows that the 7-day hourly peak is 389,166. Okay, then you think that's a lot. The approximate players in the past hour, okay, 90,756. So I'm telling you guys, this game's doing fine. I don't know why Sony would cancel it. It makes no sense. I mean, even though there's another game that's just came out, which is Marathon, they don't have to push all their resources in the Marathon, guys. I mean, it's not even the same type of genre of game even. It's a PvP extraction shooter. And so I just don't know what Sony was thinking to put all the resources into Marathon on there. I don't know, but it's not even nearly as popular as the Destiny franchise. And that brings me to another point. What if these player counts pushed for Destiny 3? And would we see Destiny 3 owned by Sony, or would we see it owned by Xbox? I think if Xbox did end up purchasing out Bungie, they would get the company up and running. Now, I know Xbox has done some things in the past that doesn't really work good for the gaming franchise, like they've laid off a bunch of people and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, this new CEO that just recently stepped in, I think she could actually do something good for the company. And if she did buy out Bungie for maybe not too much money, like don't spend too much money on buying out Bungie, but if they did, if PlayStation gave up on Bungie and then just got rid of them, and then maybe Xbox stepped in and buyed them out afterwards, that would set up the stage for Destiny 3. And I think that would be really awesome to see a Destiny 3 and how it would turn out. And hopefully Xbox would just let them do their own thing. You know, hopefully they won't step in and interfere with the Bungie company trying to make the games and stuff like that. But I think, because a lot of times when Xbox does things, they kind of let the game studios make their own thing and they don't really mess with them too much. They have canceled games in the past, but it was, like I said, it was owned by a different leader of the company. And as I've been seeing all these different changes being made to the Xbox consoles and the game franchise and stuff like that, I am seeing improvement of the Xbox company since Asher Sharma stepped in. So let me know what y'all think of all this information, guys, around Destiny 2 being canceled and all the players going nuts saying we gotta play this game now. We have to play this game now. We're going to get into it again. And not just that, there's a lot of new players even. I don't remember the exact number of new players that have purchased the game, because I saw it on some other video. But I think it was around the 20-something thousands of 20-something hundred thousands of players buying the new game and playing it, and that's all recent stuff. So yeah, that would be very awesome to see. Also, another comparison I want to make, I know these are completely different games, but like, you know, like how Guild Wars 1 kind of went in maintenance mode for a very long time. And while Guild Wars 2 was up and running and thriving, now Guild Wars, the ArenaNet, the company that makes Guild Wars games, has said that they would continue supporting all three games. So Guild Wars Reforged, which is Guild Wars 1, and Guild Wars 2, and Guild Wars 3. That's the way you need to do it. If you're a major company, you need to support all your games, even if it means reducing the amount of teams that are working on those individual games and just splitting them up. Not getting rid of them, but like splitting them up to work on those different games. So like that'd be, that's one comparison I've seen. Like since Guild Wars 1 was on maintenance mode, now it's back and running full-fledged, with updates and stuff like that, and a lot of players running it again, playing it again. I think that, Sony could learn something from ArenaNet. They really could have learned something from ArenaNet involving their games, and not just cancel them and move all your resources to another game franchise or project. Instead, just let them work on it and maybe split the different teams to work on all those games instead of just straight up getting rid of the game. So yeah, that's also what my thoughts are. Leave me in the comments below if you have any new thoughts or any different thoughts revolving around Destiny 2 being canceled. And also let me know what you think of Guild Wars Reforged coming out of maintenance mode and it becoming Guild Wars Reforged and having new updates and stuff like that in that game franchise. Let me know what you think, and see y'all later.